Hello everybody, this is Brian.
This is Janet.
Welcome to the November edition of Around the Lake.
This is a video lineup of what's going on, and here we are for the November lineup, and the streets are finally open in downtown Mount Dora. It's been a long summer of construction, but wow, it looks beautiful, doesn't it?
It sure does, and we're at the ribbon cutting event celebrating the kickoff of being able to drive on streets that we haven't used since June.
Right, and we're actually on the corner of 3rd and Donnelly right now. Right behind us is Temptations. Next to that, Hair Fair, where of course Tanisha does my hair and nails.
Yes.
And the Magical Meat Boutique. We're here at the Magical Meat Boutique with the owner, Phil Barnard. Tell us about how you came up with a great name. Everybody's talking about it, Magical Meat Boutique.
What it was, my father had a butcher shop in London in an area called Camden Town. The family have all been butchers dating back to the 1500s. And round about 1967, they changed the name of the shop to the Magical Meat Boutique. And he eventually retired in 2003. When I decided to open a restaurant, I had the original signage still from the Magical Meat Boutique back in 1967. So I thought it was quite an appropriate name to use on a restaurant where we sell a lot of carved meats and meat products, as well as catering for vegetarians. But yeah, that was where the name came from.
So if people come to the Magical Meat Boutique, what kind of, what's your specialty here? What's the great meal that
People love our fish and chips. We did it as a one-off on a Friday, and everyone said you've got to do it every day. And we do it authentically as we do back in England, with hand-cut fries, Guinness battered haddock. Everything's made from scratch with all our meals anyway. And people like the breakfast as well. We use English bacon and English sausages.
Oh, great. Well, welcome to Mount Dora. You're going to be a wonderful addition to the great eclectic food here.
All right, thanks ever so much.
So what's going on in November, Brian?
Well, November is now a big month for events in Mount Dora, whereas it really only had one major event, and that's, of course, the Plant and Garden Fair. And that happens November 1st and 2nd. And it's going to be a humdinger of an event. They've moved it into the downtown area at Sunset Park.
Right, it used to be down by the lighthouse, so make sure you come into town, don't get confused. It has moved over by the chamber. November 1st and 2nd is the Mount Dora Garden Tour.
That's right.
People let you into their homes and see their fabulous, unique gardens right here in Mount Dora.
One of the gardens featured this time is our dear friends at the Heron Key Lakeview Bed and Breakfast, Margie and Randy. They have a fabulous garden. You got to see it to believe it.
If you're really nice to them and ask them, they'll give you a little piece of a stick. We got a piece of the frangipani. We shoved it in the ground and it got flowers.
Nice tree it's going to be. Now, of course, following on the heels of that, the very next weekend, November 7th and 8th, we have the 2nd annual Mount Dora Scottish Highland Games. You remember last year they had one premium Scotch whiskey tasting event.
Yeah.
Sold out in less than 2 days.
At the Lakeside Inn.
At the Lakeside Inn. So now they're doing 3 of those. One on Friday night, November 7th, 2 on Saturday, November 8th in Gilbert Park. Tickets are available now at mountdoraevents.com.
You don't have to drink it, right? You switch it around and you spit it out.
If you want to waste a good scotch, go right ahead. You can also at the Highland Festival on Friday night, there will be the Scottish variety show titled Amazing Grace. There will be 2 fabulous up-and-coming Scottish entertainers coming from Scotland. One's a vocalist, the other one plays a mean fiddle, I understand.
Will they have border collies?
I believe they are planning to have those, the herding border collies.
That was cool. They had guys throwing the hay bales and
games you've never seen before, and
will it be bagpiping?
Never will again. I'm sure bagpiping, Scottish Highland, it has to be something like that, right? So come on out November 7th and 8th, mountdoraevents.com to get your tickets.
But the Highland Festival is free.
Free to the public, you bet. don't forget the second Friday events in Mount Dora, ever popular, and the crowds are getting larger now that the season is here and the weather is improving.
Yes.
You have the movie in the park at Donnelly Park. And of course, if it's not in the park, it will be in the community building across the street. Art stroll happens that same evening from 6 to 8.
Just go into town, look for balloons around town at different locations, and they usually have some wine and some cheese and of course some great artwork.
So the Mount Dora Community Building has a couple of noteworthy events in November. Number one, of course, on the 15th, the Mount Dora Music Festival presents
I don't like spiders and snakes.
That's right, Jim Stafford.
Takes to love me.
An evening of comedy and song. See, a lot of people just know him for that song. He is a heck of a songwriter and has written many hits for many artists, and he's a comedian. So prepare to be entertained and have a great evening of laughter and fun in the Mount Dora Community Building. So November 22nd, we have a group called the Propellers. And they do the songs of the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So they're coming to put on a performance. And for those of you who want to take a trip to yesteryear, that is the show for you. And of course, for all of you wine aficionados, we have the ongoing wine events. Maggie's Attic, of course, hosting the very large and ever popular first and third Saturday wine tastings. Their times have now changed back to their winter hours. So
now it's 6 to 8
6 to 8
rather than 7.
It might even be 8:30, but definitely 6 to 8 for sure.
Yeah. The Mount Dora Village Market is now well underway, back in its new old location in Evans Park. If you were right here where we're standing at 3rd and Donnelly, you would just continue on down Donnelly, straight down towards the water into Evans Park, and you'll find the Village Market. There's
plenty of parking down there, so come on, bring your pets. Very pet friendly. Paws.
The lure course
people are there, so it's a great Sunday from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. Come on out, bring your boat too.
Support the locals.
Well, I think we've made it through the November events.
Oh no!
What'd you forget?
The end of November.
Oh my
starts
God!
The Christmas season
with biggest Christmas event of all.
Light up.
Light up Mount Dora
already. So make sure you come out and see millions of lights all lit up at the same time down in Donnelly Park.
And that's the Saturday right after Thanksgiving. Last year was the biggest crowd I've ever seen. So come on out, live entertainment all the way up until the lights turn on. It's quite a spectacle.
'Tis the season. Celebrate in Mount Dora. Saturday, December 6th, it's 5-time Grammy winner, B.J. Thomas.
Just like a guy.
And Sunday, December 14th, it's Mickey Finn and his Happy Holidays featuring Hall of Fame banjo player Kathy Riley. For more holiday information, go to mountdorachristmas.com.
So I think that's most of the November events. Now I'm guaranteeing you we've forgotten a few, so it's very important to consult the calendar at whattodoinmountdora.com. because there will be some events added. I am certain of it.
And a shout out to our major sponsor, Visit Mount Dora, who gives a $500 getaway to Mount Dora where you can spend it on lodging, shopping, activities, and dining. And we pick a winner every other month, and it's time to pick a winner. And the winner is...
Until December.
This is Janet.
This is Brian.
We'll see you
around the lake.